Sometimes you just need a good laugh, and the Nintendo Switch has plenty of games that deliver pure comedy gold. Whether it's ridiculous physics, chaotic co-op fun, or clever storytelling that breaks the fourth wall, these titles will keep you smiling from start to finish. So if you're tired of serious adventures and want something that's all about fun, here are the top 10 funniest games on Nintendo Switch that'll make you laugh, honk, and maybe even cry from laughter. Being a dad is hard. Being a bipedal octopus pretending to be a dad, that's a disaster waiting to happen. Octodad Dadliest catch turns simple household tasks into physical comedy gold. Every movement is an unpredictable mess. Trying to pour coffee ends with you knocking over a table. Mowing the lawn turns into a slapstick accident. The absurd physics are the real star. The controls are intentionally awkward, making every moment both frustrating and hilarious. Beneath all the chaos, though, there's a surprisingly wholesome story about family and acceptance. On the Switch, the motion controls fit perfectly, amplifying the ridiculousness. It's the kind of game that makes you laugh out loud 1 second and smile warmly the next. Pure joyful nonsense. 1. Untitled Goose Game. It's impossible to talk about funny games on the Switch without mentioning the one and only Untitled Goose Game. You play as a mischievous goose on a mission to annoy an entire village in the most creative ways possible. There's no dialogue, no grand story, just pure chaos. You honk steel hats, lock gardeners out of their yards, and cause absolute panic wherever you go. Every reaction from the townsfolk feels perfectly timed for comedy. It's slapstick humor done elegantly like a silent film, but with a goose. On Nintendo Switch, the game shines with its cozy visuals and responsive controls, and the addition of a two-player co-op mode doubles the fun. 2 geese, twice the trouble. Untitled Goose Game proves that sometimes the funniest thing you can do in a video game is simply be a jerk. A charming, honking jerk. And there you have it, the top 10 funniest games on Nintendo Switch. From chaotic kitchens and awkward octopuses to self-aware adventures and honking geese. These titles remind us that laughter is the best part of gaming. Whether you're into witty storytelling or just want to watch your friends panic in Overcooked, there's something here for every sense of humor. So grab your Joy-Cons, gather your friends, and prepare for endless laughter, because gaming doesn't always have to be serious to be seriously fun. If you love clever humor and British sarcasm, Lair of the Clockwork God is a hidden gem you shouldn't miss. The game brilliantly mixes 2 genres, platforming and point-and-click adventure. You control Ben, who loves solving puzzles, and Dan, who just wants to jump and punch things, and together they create chaos in the funniest way possible. The humor here is meta at its best. The game constantly breaks the fourth wall, mocks gaming cliches, and even pokes fun at itself. On Nintendo Switch, it runs smoothly with responsive controls, and the witty dialogue remains as sharp as ever. The visuals might look simple, but the writing and creativity make it one of the smartest and funniest indie games on the platform. Welcome to a stick figure Wild West filled with absurd humor, sarcastic writing, and talking cows. West of Loathing is a turn-based RPG that doesn't take itself seriously, and that's exactly why it's so good. You'll duel bandits made of skeletons, chat with sassy ghosts, and explore dusty towns full of ridiculous side quests. Every line of dialogue feels like it was written by someone who wanted to make you laugh first and make sense later. The Switch version plays perfectly with fast loading and easy controls. Despite its black and white stick art style, the game delivers more charm and comedy than many high-budget titles. It's silly, it's weird, and it's absolutely brilliant for players who enjoy witty storytelling wrapped in chaos.
Mr. Fleas had sticky out ears, and it made him awful.
Created by the same genius minds behind Monkey Island, Thimbleweed Park is an adventure game that mixes dark mystery with wonderfully bizarre humor. You'll investigate a murder in a small town where everyone seems slightly insane and the jokes never stop coming. The game constantly parodies old-school point-and-click adventures, breaking tropes while still celebrating them. Each character has their own hilarious quirks, from a foul-mouthed clown to a detective who's way too serious for this nonsense. On Switch, the touchscreen and Joy-Con controls make puzzle puzzle solving smooth and intuitive, while the voice acting brings every absurd line to life. It's both a love letter and a roast of classic adventure games, weird smart and laugh out loud funny. If chaos had a smell, it would probably be onions and burnt toast. Overcooked All You Can Eat is pure multiplayer madness, a frantic cooking simulator where teamwork often leads to disaster and laughter. You and your friends must prepare dishes in ridiculous kitchens, floating balloons, icy mountains, or even lava-filled volcanoes. One mistake and the entire kitchen goes up in smoke literally. But that's the beauty of it. The fun comes from yelling, panicking, and somehow pulling it off at the last second. This version bundles both Overcooked 1 and 2 with upgraded visuals, smoother performance, and online play. On the Switch, it's perfect for parties or family nights. Warning though, friendships may be tested, but the laughter makes it all worth it.
Incoming! All right, as a super duper special treat for you.
Now this is British humor at its weirdest. Thank goodness you're here throws you into a small cartoonish town full of absolutely ridiculous people. Every task feels like a mini comedy sketch, from arguing with villagers to causing absurd mayhem. The art style is colorful and elastic, like something straight out of a fever dream, and the voice acting sells every punchline with impeccable timing. The writing is unpredictable, you never know if you're helping annoying or just confusing everyone around you. On Switch, the performance is smooth enough to keep the flow of comedy alive. It's short, strange, and incredibly entertaining. If you enjoy the kind of humor that makes you think, what did I just play, this one's for you. Imagine Grand Theft Auto but made out of Lego bricks and designed to make you laugh instead of swear. Lego City Undercover puts you in the shoes of Chase McCain, a charming cop who goes undercover to stop a goofy criminal mastermind. The game's open world structure is packed with clever parodies, ridiculous disguises, and endless slapstick comedy. You'll chase robbers through construction sites, steal clown cars, and witness jokes that poke fun at action movies and pop culture. On the Switch load, times are faster than ever, and the two-player co-op mode makes it even more fun to explore the city. It's bright, cheerful, and full of personality, a comedy adventure perfect for players of all ages.
These games are for children!
To the car, kids!
Nobody does absurd comedy like Wario. WarioWare Get It Together is a rapid-fire collection of over 200 microgames each, lasting just a few seconds, and each one more ridiculous than the last. One moment you're plucking nose hairs, the next you're shaving a statue's armpit. The charm here lies in its absolute chaos. Every level is unpredictable, and failure is almost as funny as success. The Switch version introduces a brand new twist. Every character has unique abilities, which means every mini-game plays differently depending on who you choose. The bright visuals, over-the-top sound effects, and the sheer energy of Wario shouting in your face make it an unforgettable ride. Whether you play solo or with a friend, WarioWare Get It Together guarantees non-stop laughter and the occasional what just happened moment. If you think you've seen every kind of comedy game, the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe will prove you wrong. It's not just funny, it's brilliantly self-aware. You play as Stanley, a man in a perfectly normal office, until a mysterious narrator starts commenting on everything you do. Do you follow his instructions or rebel just to see what happens? Either way, the results are hilarious. The game constantly messes with your expectations, turning simple choices into laugh-out-loud surprises. The Ultra Deluxe Edition adds tons of new content, including endings that parody the game itself. On Switch, it's smooth and accessible, letting players experience all its weird charm anywhere. It's clever, sarcastic, and occasionally profound, a comedy masterpiece that laughs with you and at you at the same time.